Um, I want to talk about something which I know you're probably not watching, but I have to, for any Star Wars fans that are here, I have to talk about Andor and the craziest 180 that I've ever seen a show take in my life. That is Andor. Um, the end Andor finished today. The last three episodes aired today, and I would say the last six episodes of the show are a masterpiece. And I can't believe I'm saying it because I've hated Andor since day one. There was like I think maybe one episode, one and a half episodes in season one that I thought were fine. They were okay. I think it was like episode six of season one where they did like some they did like a bank robbery or something, and it was like that was a pretty cool episode. It was pretty interesting. But the rest of the
Mm.
show was just like slow fucking slop. It was terrible. Didn't like it at all. Didn't feel like Star Wars at all. We had to wait like for the first five episodes to see a stormtrooper walking around during the fucking Empire and the Rebellion and everything. I'm like, this doesn't feel like Star Wars at all. Season two started off the same way. The first episode I thought was quite okay. You know, Andor's going in and he's like robbing like an Imperial ship, and I'm like, okay, at least he's like in disguise. He's in like a stormtrooper outfit. He's like, you know, we see stormtroopers all over the place. Like he's trying to like shoot the base down and everything. I was like, at least this feels like Star Wars. I'm like, I'm not really too interested in it, but at least it feels like Star Wars, right? Then episode two happens and you're kind of like, nah, okay, it's slowing up again. Episode three happens and they introduce the whole essay thing, and I'm like, okay, we're on very shaky ground here. Then, in a surprising twist of events, episode four, like four, five, and six, which was like the episodes that aired like 3 weeks ago, they started like to get kind of interesting. Like it was starting to build up. You know, the main guy, Cecil, I think his name was. He goes to this planet and he's like stationed there, and you know he's like working with the Empire, but the people don't know it's the Empire, and you know there's a bit of like espionage going on, and it's intense, and it's like, you know, building up and building up. And then each three episodes it jumps forward a year in time, but when it got to like the last six episodes, it was just absolutely incredible. And like if you go to IMDb and look at the ratings of the shows, like the last six episodes, I think the lowest rated episode is like a 9.5. Is the lowest rated episode in the last six. It's incredible, man. Like some of them are on like 9.7, 9.8. Like I'm shocked at how good it was. And I watched last week's episodes,
Mhm.
and just I pretty much watched them straight away. I wasn't like, you know, influenced by anybody online. I hadn't even read a tweet about it or anything like that. I hadn't been like on social media at all. And I watched the first episode of last week's episodes, and I was like, Jesus Christ! I was like, that was really good. I was like, what the hell? And I was like, I wanted to watch the next one, and that was the first time that it's ever happened for me in the show. And I went and watched like episode whatever it was. It was like 6, 7, 8 or something, or 7, 8, 9 or whatever it was. And then I watched the
Mhm.
second one, and I was like, holy shit, that was fucking amazing as well. And then I watched the last one of last week's episodes, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this is incredible. I was like, couldn't believe it. I was like, this is fucking Star Wars. I was like, this is like a Star Wars TV show. This is amazing. And then today, I watched the first episode of the last bunch, which is basically the last bunch is basically the year of Rogue One, like when the Rogue One movie happens. So like
Mhm.
you're looking at like the direct prequel of that film. And the first episode I watched it on my lunch break today. And the second episode, the second I finished work, I ran downstairs, threw the second episode on, and watched the third episode. I watched them back to back. And then I finished it and I was like, holy shit, like I can't believe how much they stuck that landing. It was incredible. Like the so much of the fan base is turning around and going, wow, that actually it was actually worth it. Like the payoff, watching all the boring shit actually paid off at the end of the show and they hit the landing. It's spectacular, man. I cannot I cannot like stress how like mind blown I am at how good it was.
Mhm.
Even so much so to the fact that I literally finished the show. I spent a bit of time with the family, you know, spent some time with the kids, put my daughter to bed, and then I threw on just before we went live here. I watched Rogue One. I literally had to continue. I was like, I need to watch what's next, and like the last episode just flows perfectly into the movie, and now the movie then flows perfectly into the original Star Wars movie in 1977. It all paid off, man, and it's crazy. I can't believe it. It was actually so good. I honestly, I'm in shock. I'm actually in shock. I could not believe it. Like I was watching it, just going, "This is insane." Like, and I've been a hater since day one, and I just couldn't believe how good it was. I was invested in every single character story. They made them all just mash up and just flow together and just work so well. And like some characters that you've been following since the first episode that you like, I just didn't give a fuck about any of them. But then it's like they have these really compelling last nine episodes that you're like, oh my god, I like it was all worth it. It's insane, absolutely insane.
Well, it's good to hear, man. I'm glad that
Yeah,
it worked out well for you.
but like it's working
Yeah.
out well for everybody, and that's the scary thing. Like it's like there's just been like a general consensus that like the show has turned around. It's crazy because like again, everyone was talking about the whole SA thing like a couple of weeks ago, and everyone was like, "Oh, this show's dead. Like it's done, it's finished," and that was
Mhm.
like 3 weeks ago, and now everyone's like done a complete 180 on it. Like holy shit, it was incredible. Like actually, like I was listening to who was I listening to? I was listening to Critical Drinker talking about it, and like he very vocal about like stuff that he'll he's not afraid to say when something's shit, and literally again a guy who's been talking shit about this show for years has done a complete 180 on it as well, and like even talking about it on like UK news channels and stuff like that. Like they've had him on to talk about like Disney and stuff like that, and like literally talking about how the show has just done a complete 180 and just surprised so many people and all. It's crazy. It's, it's wild. I've never seen anything like it, man. Like it'd be the equivalent of like something like Agatha turning around halfway through the season and just turning into like 10 out of 10 content, like incredible, like hitting every note perfect, like just 9.5, like nothing's a perfect 10, but like close to a perfect 10.
Mhm.
It was insane. I've never seen it happen before. Like it was just so crazy. And again, like so many times I should have quit the show, and I just like I'm I love the franchise so much. I've been a fan since I was 6 years old. I was like, I'll stick with Star Wars for the rest of my life, and it paid off so well. Absolutely insane. Hey guys, this is Finto. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe and like, and let us know in the comments what you think below. See you in the next one. Bye bye.